How's it going?
Welcome back to the Bears Sports Network here on BTV. My name is Luke Mansfield. Alongside me, Zach Sylvia, as the Bears and Rams get set to face off for the second time this year, this time at the Tinsley Center. Last time out, the Bears notched the win in Bridget Casey's 400th career win in a game they won quite convincingly, 77-57 in Framingham. The Bears since then have not lost a game. Saturday out against Salem State, 68-56. Another convincing victory for the Bears, who were able to improve to 13-6 overall and 5-1 in the MASCAC. We're going to head over down to the floor for the starting lineups. And we'll be right back.
But also take a pause to honor the incredible journey and triumphs of female athletes worldwide. It's a day to recognize the strength, resilience, and boundless achievements of women in sports. And here at Bridgewater State University, our women's collegiate basketball team, along with Framingham State University women's basketball team, stand as a shining example of dedication and excellence. Please join us in applauding these phenomenal athletes who embody the spirit of National Girls and Women in Sports Day. From the pioneers who paved the way to the current trailblazers shaping the future, we celebrate their commitment to breaking barriers and inspiring future generations. As we witness the skill and teamwork on the court, let us also reflect on the progress made and the work still ahead to ensure equal opportunities for women in sports. Tonight, we unite in the pursuit of equality, empowerment, and the continued growth of women in athletics. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bridgewater State University is a safe, respectful, and inclusive community. We welcome and respect freedom of speech in all forms of peaceful protest in support of social justice and racial equity. We are committed to providing and supporting learning and growing together in a welcoming and inclusive environment.
Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Framingham. 5'6" guard from Greenfield, number 1, Catherine Hasselton. 5'7" guard from Coventry, Rhode Island, number 4, Chloe Rayco. 5'9" forward from Hamburg, New Jersey, number 23, Jacqueline Shells. 5'9" forward from Hanson, number 34, Abigail Martin. And 5'11" forward from Worcester, number 55, Faith Green. Head coach for the Rams is Walter Pascal.
And now, your Bears of Bridgewater State University. 5'8" forward from Plymouth, number 3, Kylie Grassi. 5'4" guard from Bridgewater, number 12, Kylie Pesci. 6' center from Feeding Hills, number 13, Jess DeMoores. 5'4" guard from Schenectady, New York, number 20, Haley Burchard. And 5'8" forward from Groveland, number 42, Ariel Cleveland. Head coach for the Bears is Bridget Casey in her 28th season. She is assisted by Chanel Melton, Henry Cologne, and Jordan
Starting
Gottlieb.
5 out there for the Bears. And for Framingham State, Hasselton, Rako, Shells, Martin, and Green. The Bears look to complete the clean sweep on this season. They've already beat the Rams away. They look to do it at home. If you're just joining us, the Bears men's team was able to get the victory, their third NASDAQ win of the season. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the women on the other end of their respective NASDAQ standings, 5-1 in the conference, looking for their 6th win here today. And again, a team they beat pretty convincingly last time around.
Bridgewater, this team so far is on a 6-game winning streak, but don't count out these Rams, who are also on a 4-game win streak of their own, winning 86-80 against Westfield State their last game.
And that's a good team, too. So you definitely can't discount the Rams team as DeMoores wins the tip-off. Peachy taking the ball up. Cleveland swings. DeMoores thinks about the three, goes inside, outside Cleveland, she'll fire away. And that one rattles around the rim and ends up in the hands of Faith Green.
Faith Green last game against Westfield, 22 points, 16 boards, an assist, 2 steals, and a block. So putting the numbers up on the stat sheet.
Hasselton over to Rako and gets it right back. Shot clock under 10. Shells passed underneath. Blocked by the Bears, and the turnover is forced. So an empty possession for both teams to start out. Peachy blows by everybody, misses it. Took an unlucky spin off the rim. And another empty possession.
Shells got confused on that last possession, went completely opposite of Peachy, but Peachy just blows the layup.
Bears looking for the first points of the game. Burchart works her way in, bounces it out for Grossi. Grossi with a long 2, and Kylie Grossi will get us started. The all-time leading scorer in Bears women's basketball.
As well as the leading scorer against the last game with 15 points.
11 of those coming from the charity stripe.
So yeah, not a very good shooting day. Definitely get your points a majority from the free throw line. Not what you want. Shot 2 of 10.
That's what Grossi will do for you, though. The amount of time she gets fouled per game, I'd say if you were to look at her average trips to the free throw line per game, it's probably 3, at least. DeMoores has the ball now for the Bears. Rifles it underneath for Peachy. Now it's Burchart. Peachy fades away from a step back from the free throw line, but off the glass.
That shot, a little forced there from Peachy, a one-legged fadeaway from the mid-range. Not really the shot you're looking for.
Green trying to work on Cleveland. She'll shoot it. Burchart caught a little bit of a shove, wasn't able to get to the rebound in time, so it sticks with the Rams. In the corner, Rako. Off the side of the rim and rebounded by Cleveland.
You mentioned it beforehand, Rako, one of this team's top shooters. Rare miss there.
Grossi misses that one, and talk about trips to the charity stripe for Kylie Grossi. She's already got her first.
Tries to go up and under there. Gets her own rebound, but gets fouled. Gets hooked on the arm. So it will be an inbound.
Just scratch that. But the point of how often she gets fouled stands, and Burchart's called for a travel.
It's the right call. And we actually saw a lot of travels in the men's game, too, especially from Framingham.
Yeah, that was a rough game travel-wise for the Rams. And, of course, these are a different group of officials. Don't get that twisted, but there were a lot of foul calls that game. Here's one. Oh, no, that's just going to go out of bounds.
I believe Grassi got her hand on it last second. Let's see. Yeah, she did. Swiped at the ball. Good play.
Green over to Hasselton. She'll try the two. And Catherine Hasselton with the first points of the game. Rocking the mask for the Rams. DeMoore's all alone for three. That one swatted by Grassi over to Burchart. And the Bears able to keep control.
Good ball movement here. Good spin.
Grassi tries to work her way through the paint. Not able to, but Burchart, I thought she was going to shoot that. She'll pass to Grassi as the shot clock expired.
I didn't even realize the shot clock is expiring. I thought she hit the rim.
Burchart tries to break it up. Lucky for her, didn't even touch it, as that one's just going to miss completely for the Rams. And it'll be Bears ball.
And that's one killer, especially in today's game. Unforced turnovers. Can't have those kind of plays.
Peachy over to Cleveland. Now it's Peachy up top. Trying to work her way inside into the corner now for DeMoores. Jess takes a couple steps in and pulls from two. And the Bears come up empty again. This has been a low-scoring first quarter, Zach. Granted, we're less than, you still have more than 5 minutes to go, but regardless.
You got DeMoore's on a foul.
Abigail Martin. I don't know if she got her hand on Martin's hand or what. I don't think.
Maybe they call a tangle up. I don't know.
It didn't seem anything too blatant. Oh, she had her arm. Okay. Her arm was in between Martin's arm.
So right call.
Right call. Rako. Right into the hands of Ariel Cleveland. I don't know who Martin was looking for. As Peachy working quickly in transition. Loses the ball, but it's going to remain with the Bears as it goes out of bounds.
And this play all happens from Hasselton, coming from the backside, swiping the ball, all ball there. Good play.
Kiara Cerruti going to sub in. She'll replace Chloe Rako. Cerruti, the junior out of Canton. Cleveland will rip a three, and Ariel Cleveland right on the money.
Bears three-point shot needs to fall. Last game shot 3 of 20, 15% beyond the three-point line. So got to get those numbers up.
And they've had a couple of those games this season where they just have not been able to get the long ball going. As Grassi comes up with the ball, gets it to Cleveland, rifles it all the way across for Burchart, who is swarmed and fouled.
They're going to get Green on the backside, grabbing her left arm.
Michelle Moreno is going to sub in here. She'll replace Hasselton as Burchart will go to the line. And the Bears have been a team that for a lot of the season struggled from the charity stripe, really with the exception of Haley Burchart. She had been their most consistent shooter from the free throw line this season, as she'll make her first.
Pretty good numbers for the Bears last game, shooting 17 of 23, so 74% mark. So definitely an improvement we've seen from multiple games this year.
Yeah, they've definitely been able to turn that around because it had been a struggle. Like we said, just to begin the year, it was rough. There were games where they'd shoot flirting with sub 60. Cerruti working on Burchart after the inbound. Struggles with the ball off the dribble, has to pass. She'll go to Shells, and Shells misses Moreno. And it'll be Bears ball.
Shells also had a pretty good game against Westfield. 21 points, 11 boards, and 5 assists. So another consistent player for this Rams team.
DeMoores thinks about the shot, goes over to Cleveland. Now DeMoores again. Burchard. Bounce pass to Peachy behind her back. She'll miss. Cleveland there for the board. Somehow stays with it through a swarm of green jerseys, and Cleveland sails that one over. Peachy kept it in bounds, but Moreno was there. And the Rams have the ball now in transition.
Definitely a forced three-point attempt there from Cleveland. As the shot goes up and in there.
Shields just straight in. Cleveland thought about the shot, goes over to DeMoores. Just thought about the shot. Now over to Burchard, almost lost it off the pass. What a find from Cleveland to get Grossi in the paint.
What a pass there from Cleveland. Threading the needle inside to Grossi on a backdoor cut.
Mairead Gallagher getting ready to check in for the first time. Moreno bounces it over to Martin, guarded by DeMoores. Across back to Moreno. Hasselton getting ready to sub on as well. Moreno loses that one, but dribbled it off the foot of Cleveland. As Lexi Thompson, Mairead Gallagher, and Catherine Hasselton will sub in. It'll be Burchard and DeMoores who go to the bench for the Bears. Faith Green to the bench for the Rams.
It has been a good matchup so far between Cleveland and Green. Just keep an eye out for that all day. It's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Shot clock winding down. They have to go. Cerruti gets it up off the front of the rim. Peachy now tries to blow by the Rams defense. Gets fouled as she takes a fall to the ground. I think they're going to get or not Cerruti. I think they're going to get Martin. Actually, they're going to get
I'm not sure who they got on that one, but that one looked to be relatively clean.
I believe they got Shells. So it was Hasselton. They just updated it as I was saying that, but Hasselton taking it up now on Grossi. Gallagher gets her hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be Rams' ball. But a good job reading the pass by the junior transfer out of Roger Williams.
We've seen this all year from this Bears team. They love that half-court pressure, forcing the ball into turnovers. And that's one thing that Framingham has struggled with, especially in last game. They might have won, but get this, 35 turnovers in a single game, and you still win.
Yeah, that's impressive. To come out with the win, turning the ball over 35 times as Green knocks one down. That's, you're going to turn the ball over a decent amount against a team like Westfield who runs that full court press. But regardless, to still walk away with the win, Mairead Gallagher now with a layup.
Nice play there from Gallagher. Just a little scoop. Ooh,
Gallagher
and a strip.
Again with a good play. Broke up the pass, had the layup, and then strips the ball away. 3 great possessions in a row for Mairead Gallagher, and then Lexi Thompson able to cash in on the steal.
Thompson with a little hesitation, faking the mid-range, drives all the way in. No contest. Easy basket.
Martin sent to the ground. So we got the replay for you here. That just a heads-up play by Mairead Gallagher. And then a good dish there to Peachy. No-look pass, and then Peachy able to find Thompson, who just parts the Red Sea and drives inside.
Abigail Martin got completely faked out on that Thompson pump fake.
Shot goes up from Green, comes down in the hands of Cleveland.
Good defense from Cleveland. Make every shot hard. Contest every shot. A block there from Green.
Gallagher having a laugh about that one, as Thompson almost got her hands on the ball. So Rudy able to find Hasselton, though. And Shells called for a travel. I don't know who called the travel first, the baseline ref or Mairead Gallagher. But regardless,
looking at this replay, it was Gallagher.
Like half a second.
But again, unforced errors, can't have those. This isn't a bad team. Coming into this game at 11-7, only one loss behind. Good move there from Gallagher.
Outside for Grossi. Underneath, Cleveland barely keeps a hold of it. Gallagher, no look pass again to Cleveland. She'll miss. Grossi off the glass, she'll miss, but she's, wow, charge drawn by Abby Martin.
Right place, right time, feet set, hands up. That's a right call.
Wow. Sophie Bradbury getting ready to sub back on for the Bears, or sub on for the Bears. Hasn't been out yet today. Rako back out there for the Rams. She's double teamed by Peachy and Thompson, still able to find Martin on the pass. Baseline, Green through a sea of white jerseys.
Cleveland making every shot difficult for Green.
Gallagher gets it over to Thompson. Under 10 left to go. Shot clock's off. Peachy drives in. That mid-range floater she loves, not able to get the shooter's bounce. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action. 13-6, a relatively low-scoring quarter. But the Bears, nonetheless, hold the 7-point lead as we get ready to come back from half. Not come back from half, come back from the quarter break.
You're just used to it being
we
two
just
halves.
called the men's game, so now I'm just out of the zone. Kylie Grossi leads the way with 4 points. Cleveland's got 3. Thompson, Gallagher, and Birchhart with 2. Hasselton, Shells, and Green with 2 for the Rams. And already 6 boards for Ariel Cleveland. In one quarter. Just absurd out of the senior captain.
Unfortunately, though, very poor shooting numbers we're seeing from the Bears. Shooting, it looks like 5 of 19, only 26%. Not where you want to be whatsoever.
Not at all, but the Rams are in the same boat. 3 of 12 from the field. Yet to make a 3 and yet to have a trip to the line.
And the Bears right now out-rebounding this team. And that's a surprise, too, because Framingham had 64 rebounds in one game last week.
Ariel Cleveland has just been dominating the glass. And this isn't a considerably tall Framingham team either. So 64 rebounds is a very solid number to put up. Westfield not the tallest team either. Outside of Grant Pond. Not a lot of height on that team. Bradbury, right off the bench, misses one into the arms of Faith Green.
Bradbury with 10, 2, and 1.
Bounce pass. I'm sorry. Only finds Kylie Peachy, who was looking too deep for Bradbury, who ends up in the bleachers.
Well, we can see that Bradbury's obviously wearing something on her knee, so definitely not as fast as she normally would be. So, tough break there.
Cerruti working on Gallagher. Blows by her, floats one up, misses off the glass, gets her on board. Now Green. She'll miss in Cleveland with another rebound.
And then a foul on Hasselton. Got her right on the arm. Yep, right there. But Cleveland, you said it, dominating on the boards right now for Bridgewater.
Peachy. Bounce pass outside for Gallagher. Gallagher outside for Thompson. Peachy floats that one in. Beautiful shot from Kylie Peachy. She's got her first points of the game.
Peachy needed to see that one. 0 of 5 from the field starting out, so good to see one go down.
McKeon with a good find for Hasselton on the sideline. And Faith Green with a hard-fought basket there for the Rams.
Just good footwork inside.
Ooh. McKeon takes a spill. Gallagher inside and one.
Are they calling her on a flop?
Yeah, they're going to get Ava McKeon on the flop. The basket for Gallagher will stand. It's not an and one because the foul was not committed on Gallagher. And a flop warning now for the Rams.
So no foul, but they do get the points regardless. I remember a game earlier this year where they didn't even give a flop warning. They did it one time and they gave him a tech immediately.
They teched up the coach too.
That's right, 2 techs. But just another miscue. Just that half-court press right now is forcing the Rams into bad situations.
Thompson drives in, tries to put one off the glass. She'll miss, and they're going to get Bradbury, I think, on the foul here. As she came down on McKeon, or not McKeon, Hasselton.
Tough miss there. That's something that Thompson struggled with all year, missing layups. And it's a rough break, hitting it right across the face. And it's got to hurt too, especially since she's wearing one of those facial masks.
Rako double team. Bradbury picks it up. Bounce pass. Peachy off the glass. Kylie Peachy.
Full court press now, making it hard on the Rams. Thompson and Bradbury as well as Peachy.
Hasselton all the way down for Rako. Gallagher defending her. Thompson comes up from behind all alone. Cerruti. And that one goes off the side of the rim. Thompson floats one underneath. Peachy stuffed by the backboard. And foul is called here. Is it going to be on Bradbury again? No, Gallagher.
I don't think Peachy knew where she was when she caught the ball. I think thought she was going to just catch it and go up with it.
It was a little bit closer to the backboard than she thought she was. As Shell subs back on now for the Rams. She'll replace McKeon. Down goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bears.
Thompson, almost a steal right there.
Hasselton taking it up top. Screen set there by Green. Thompson works through it. Screen now by Hasselton. Cerruti with the ball.
It's good rotation from the Bears defense.
And good ball movement from the Rams offense, but unable to finish. Good defense in the paint by the Bears. What a pass by Gallagher to find Peachy. My goodness. Mairead Gallagher with a great find and a great basket by Peachy. That's one thing that's really impressed me about Gallagher's game throughout this season, and you've seen it a couple times already today, is just her ability as a facilitator is incredible as Shells misses the long ball. And that pass really is no exception. And again, Gallagher and Peachy, except this time different result for Peachy.
And you said it too, Gallagher and Peachy, obviously we know these two to do it all kind of player. And you saw it right there. And then almost again, Peachy missed that one that time. Coach's warning for Framingham. I do like how they're giving out the warning prior instead of just giving the text straight up.
Cleveland again from 3. The Rams able to work through that full court press. Reiko all alone in the corner. You can't let her do that. The Bears get away with it that time. As that one rattled around off the rim.
That's the same spot she took it earlier. Same result, another miss. Rare sight for Reiko.
Grossi and Martin will sub back on. Chloe Azoff getting ready to sub in. She's someone who's seen an increase in playing time lately. Of course, in the game against Fitchburg State, put up 14 off the bench. And has now worked her way into a more regular role with this Bears team. As she'll sub in for Bradbury.
I think Gallagher was a little surprised there from that call.
Peebles also going to come on. And Cleveland will head to the bench for the first time. Mario Cleveland would do that with 7 boards and 6 points on her ledger. Faith Green right after that. Thompson loses the ball off the dribble, out to Grossi. Now Azoff. Gallagher tried to pass it underneath for Peebles, hit the backboard.
They'll count it as a pass, but it could be a shot attempt.
Blocked by Grossi. Azoff almost loses the ball, but the Bears able to hang on to it. 14-point lead with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Azoff will let it fly. She'll miss. Ball's in the air. Thompson had it for a second, but lost it to the hands of Cerruti.
I will say this. For Chloe Azoff, only being a freshman, I am very impressed with her work ethic. She's always the first one out on the court before every game. I was shooting around here the other day, and she was one of the only Bears players to show up and just shoot around.
Wants to prove herself and work her way into a lineup that next year is going to have a lot of holes. As Thompson misses that one. You know, we've talked about it in past broadcasts, but you're losing Grossi, you're losing Peachy, Rice, Demores, Cleveland, and Peebles. So that's 6 players that you're losing. You're only retaining 1 starter, and that's Haley Burchart. Obviously, you'd assume Gallagher and Thompson then would naturally step in to the starting lineup, and then I'd say the other 2 positions are probably relatively up for grabs. I mean, there's a couple players we've seen come off the bench: Azoff, Bradbury, Quinn, Johnson. And, you know, we don't know what the recruiting class or the transfer class is going to look like either, but we could see, or we will see, a very different looking starting lineup.
Good play there from Green again.
Peachy straight to the basket. Demores almost breaks that one up. They were looking for Martin. Azoff got her hands on it, and Peebles ends up with the ball.
That'll be credited to Azoff with a steal there.
Peachy driving in on Cerruti, passes off to Peebles. Now up top, Grossi will fire away. She'll miss. Peachy with the rebound. Azoff now, slowing things down. Demores sets a screen, and the ball's back with Grossi, working in on Hasselton. Shot clock under 10, spin move, Grossi off the glass, no good. Ball on the ground, and last touched, I believe, by Jess Demores, but there regardless.
I believe that went off her foot. Let's see here in the replay.
I was a little surprised they didn't call a kickball. It looked like it went off Martin's foot.
It's tough to say, but regardless, you're up by 14 now with under 3 minutes.
Travel called on the Rams. And Walter Pascal is not too happy about that one, if you couldn't tell.
As you can see here.
Brianna Grant subs on for the first time for the Rams, adding some height, 6'3". And the Bears get called for a travel.
That was a makeup call. I was going to say it right here and now.
The ball found its way in the hands of the photographer.
Gotta go, gotta push. Don't have all day.
High pass there to Hasselton. Drives inside onto Moore. She'll miss. Grant tries to put it up, and I believe they're going to call a foul here on Peebles.
You know, it is really interesting, too, because most of the time, you know, Jessa Moore's 6 foot. She, most of the time, dwarfs the other players. But then you got Grant in here, and she's dwarfing Jessa Moore's.
Which is a rare sight. As Grant will head to the line.
Misses that one. 3. And over the back.
So Cleveland's going to check back in. And Bridget Capone is going to check in. Kiara Cerruti will head off. Jordan Peebles will head off. So 4 of the 5 starters out there for the Bears. Azoff out in place of Burchart. And then for the Rams, Grant, Hasselton, Capone, Shells, and Martin. So a tall lineup out there for both teams. As Cleveland has been perfect from beyond the arc. 3 of 3 for Ariel Cleveland. No, I lied. That's not true. It felt like it.
That was her, I believe, her 3rd make of the day. But I do remember she missed one earlier.
That would be correct.
So Framingham in the bonus now as we see another foul.
So Shells will go to the line to shoot 2. Her first trip to the line. .38 of 62 on the season from the charity stripe is Jacqueline Shells.
So that shot from Cleveland was counted as a 2, not a 3.
And she'll make that one. I'm a little surprised. It looked like, I thought they called it a 3 initially, judging from the reaction, as Peachy misses one, going for a layup. Martin runs right into Cleveland. And that'll be Bears ball.
This is a great play on Cleveland. Had the one-on-one opportunity, but got her hands right on the ball. Nice job.
Clean defense there by Cleveland, too. She's the one with the ball, swings over to Demores. Now it's Peachy. Back to Cleveland. Demores in the corner. Looking for the bounce pass, gets it taken away by Martin. Martin's just going to take it herself, didn't have a pass. Now she finds Capone. Shells up top to Grant. Now to Capone. And the Rams slowing things down a little bit with around a minute left to go. Haley Burchart and Mairead Gallagher getting ready to check back in.
Unlucky roll there.
Peachy taking it up with some speed. Goes to Demores. Demores right back to her, and now Cleveland fires away from the top, and Ariel Cleveland, 11 points and 8 boards in the first half for the senior captain from Groveland. High pointing a pass there for Brianna Grant.
Not too many people are going to be able to catch that, even just the Moores.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? As Demores, it's called for her second foul. Burchart and Gallagher in now. As Grant makes her first. And she'll make them both. So Brianna Grant, perfect that trip to the charity stripe. Now it's Burchart.
Couple seconds separating shot clock and game clock.
Cleveland again. Ariel Cleveland is on fire. 4 threes on the game. 14 points.
My goodness. This is her best shooting performance of the season.
5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, and that one make that wasn't from 3 was a long 2. Her foot was on the line.
It looked like a 3 from where we were. I think most of us on the scorer's table thought it was.
As Hazelton's lifted up the mask to take her free throws.
Seeing through that mask can't be easy.
No, it can't. Even though it's all clear, you have to think like the eye holes would kind of impede your vision a little bit.
See a peachy buzzer beater? Ooh.
No, almost. And then Grant just towering over everybody with a rebound. But 34-19 will be how the first half goes. Ariel Cleveland accounts for 14 points. She is on fire. 8 boards to go along with that. We'll be back with you in just a little bit as the Bears look to sweep the Rams on the season here on BSN, powered by BTV.
Cybersecurity is in high demand. There are over 750,000 unfilled cybersecurity jobs in the nation.
The cyber range is incredible. You just don't see resources like this at other universities.
This level of personal interaction allows our faculty mentor to really provide the kind of guidance that students will need when they work on live fire exercises, hands-on experiences, projects.
I'm confident that Bridgewater State University is setting me up for careers in cybersecurity.
If you want a career in cybersecurity, come to Bridgewater State University. That's really the place to be.
Let's go Bears! Every touchdown.
Touchdown! And Bridgewater State adds to their lead.
Every dunk.
There for the putback.
Oh, man.
Every three.
That's good.
Every home run.
The left center, and that's a 2-run homer.
You're watching BSN, powered by BTV.
Every day's a great day to be a Bear.
Welcome back to the Bears Sports Network here on BTV as the Bears lead the Rams 34-19 coming into this second half of action. It's Ariel Cleveland who leads the way for the Bears with 14 points and 8 boards. You see the stats up there on your screen. Framingham yet to make a 3. And the Bears, actually, all of their threes have come by way of Ariel Cleveland. But solid games in the rebounding department for both teams, and even 25-25. Both teams good on the free throws as well. Of course, the Rams with a couple more trips. It's really the turnovers that I think have been costing the Rams 11 to just 6 by the Bears. The Bears able to convert those 11 into 7 points.
And obviously on a much better pace than last game where they had 35, but still nowhere near where you want to be. Bears with 7 points off of those turnovers, so not making them as much as they could, but the Bears could be up by a lot more right now. The Rams got lucky.
Yeah, that's for sure. And this is, this has been a low-scoring game so far. 34-19 is not really what I expected coming into this. It was a slow start to the first quarter, and the Bears put up 77 last time against the Rams. The Rams put up 57. Both teams off pace for both of those. But the Bears, their lowest scoring game in a while. since the beginning of the year is 67.
They can get to that.
Yeah, that's I think an achievable goal. Only 33 more points. As you get a look at the Bears lineup right there. Just 20 seconds away from retaking the court. As it's going to be the starting five back out for the Rams.
Their leading scorer, Faith Green, with 8 points, as well as 8 points, 5 boards, and an assist. So the freshman for Framingham leading the way.
It's going to be the starting units out for both teams. Burchart, Demores, Grossi, Cleveland, and Peachy for the Bears. Shells over to her right for Hasselton. Up top now, Martin back to Hasselton. She'll pass it off to Shells. Shells tries to work through Grossi. And it's going to be waved off. Foul called on the Bears senior.
And a statistic put up right there. Cleveland, obviously for the Bears, 14 points, shooting 4 of 7 from 3. So an impressive day for her.
5 of 8 from the field, and that 1-2 was just, her foot was on the line. Like, it was a long 2.
She could have easily had 5 threes.
An inch or 2 back, she probably does. Demores knocked that one away, but it found its way back out to Martin. Hasselton tries the buzzer beater off the front of the rim. Grossi's going to be the one to come up with it.
That shot looked good, too, from the angle. As Demores takes a 3 now.
No good for Jess. Grossi gets the board again. Underneath for Demores, bounces it over to Cleveland. Up top now, Burchart. Off the front of the rim. Rako there for the Rams. And the Bears come up empty.
As well as Cleveland shooting it, no other Bear has made a 3-pointer. Cleveland's made all 4 of them.
Burchart, what a pass. Almost found its way to Peachy, but she wisely let it go out of bounds off the hands of Martin.
As that one almost hits our cameraman, John.
Peachy would have been able to get to that. She just let it go. And probably a good decision just to get better positioning. And another.
Nope, that was all ball. Good play there from Faith Green.
Wow. Huge play there by Green. Hasselton.
Had the open 3 there.
Opted for the pass instead. Rako's going to take it up. We haven't seen her hit a 3 yet, and that's really one of her best attributes as Peachy's called for the foul.
Well, we haven't seen them hit a 3 at all today, I would say so.
If someone was going to do it, my money would be on number 4, as Hasselton will go to the line. Second trip of the game for Catherine Hasselton, as she makes her first. A perfect 2 for 2 on her prior trip. And this time, 1 for 2, as that one a little bit suspenseful. Took a while to come back down. Burchart now working on Rako. Cleveland off to her left. Grossi underneath calling for the pass. She goes back to Peachy. Bounce pass from Cleveland to Peachy. Now up top for Burchart. Drives in. Off the glass. Haley Burchart.
I don't know how she got that one to go up and in. That's a good roll right there. And good body control from Burchart.
Hasselton gets fouled, and she'll get sent again to the line. This time, the foul is called on Jess Demores. And you can see Demores has got her hands on Hasselton's arms, or got her arm on Hasselton's arms as she went up for that. Gallagher is going to check in.
It's very, very light touch, but good call regardless.
Yeah, that's a call you have to make. As much as the serial foul complainer I am, that's the right call. As Hazelton makes that one. And she'll miss again. So her last 2 trips, she's gone 2 for 4. She was perfect prior to that.
And that's another result as an empty possession right there. You miss both, and then you get your offensive rebound, but then you get the ball taken right back. You can't. Those are the opportunities that will keep you out of these games.
Cleveland.
That's another one. That's another one.
My goodness, Ariel Cleveland. Have mercy. She has 17. A double-double on the game. 17 and 10, including 5 of 8 from beyond the arc.
I can say conclusively this has been her best three-point shooting game,
and
probably of her career.
This is a primary paint player who's put 5 threes up on you. As Burchart tries to float one in, gets out rebounded, but Peachy is the one who actually ends up with it. Grassi from range.
Ooh. Right off the head.
That could not have felt good. Kiara Cerruti getting ready to sub back on. Shells working on Burchart. Runs almost directly into Cleveland. Now Gallagher.
Good play.
Swat on Green. Mairead Gallagher forces another turnover. She's been fantastic on the defensive end and is facilitating as well. There's not a chance.
Heat check.
She had to cool down at some point. Shells over to Hazelton. Pump fake. Drives in. And foul called here on Kylie Peachy. Thompson will sub on. She'll replace Burchart. Moreno will sub on, as will Cerruti. Rako and Green will head to the bench.
I know it was a little while ago, but if Cleveland made that 3, this gym would have gone nuts.
I mean, that was crazy. If the way she's been shooting tonight has been absolutely lights out. By far leading both teams in scoring as Cerruti tries to work past Gallagher, not able to make it in. And Moreno struggling with the ball for a second. Cleveland wisely just lets Martin get the basket there instead of sending her to the line. Well, pick your battles, and that is probably the right one.
That's one thing I'll say, too. Bridgewater hasn't gotten to the line too many times this game.
Gallagher and Martin go to the ground. Thompson picks it up for the Bears. Shot clock winding down. Peachy underneath Cleveland tries to float it in, gets her own rebound and gets fouled. Foul was called on Kiara Cerruti.
Second chance opportunities right there. I'm not too sure. Didn't even look like she had possession, but I guess the foul was still called.
Even the contact from Cerruti was, I mean, it wasn't terrible. Gallagher trying to work on Cerruti, goes out to Cleveland. They're not going to give Ariel Cleveland any space. And Thompson loses the ball. Moreno forcing the turnover. Underneath Martin. Out up top, Cerruti will fire away. And Cerruti with the first 3 of the game for the Rams. 7 attempts, and that's their first make.
Don't look now. It is a 13-point game. That lead has dwindled for the Bears.
Kiara Cerruti, that was only her 14th 3 attempted on the season. She's made 5 of them. The Bears almost turned the ball over. Luckily for them, Peachy able to come back up with it. Timeout called. There's going to be 30 seconds for a shot clock issue as it reset back to 30. So 19 on the shot clock. Thompson to inbound from the sideline.
Bridgewater on a little bit of a scoring drought right now, almost 3 minutes in without a basket. That'll change.
And who but Ariel Cleveland to break that streak? 19 points on the game.
Outnumbered right here, and another three.
Cerruti misses that one off the rim. Grossi in transition. And Kylie Grossi with a layup. Sophie Bradbury getting ready to sub back in for the Bears. Broken up. Kylie Grossi in front of the scorer's table sends it out of bounds.
And that half court, full court press showing once again for the Bears.
Moreno working on Bradbury. Now over to Cerruti. Martin in the corner, drives in on Gallagher baseline, tries to bounce it into Moreno, but dribbled it out of bounds. Green getting ready to sub back on as Thompson straight to the bank.
Nobody stepped in front of Thompson whatsoever.
High pass finds Shells. And getting her hand in there at the last seconds, Gallagher.
That's where you got to communicate right there if you're Framingham. You got to let them know somebody's right behind you.
Hasselton working on Thompson. And they're going to get Thompson for a foul here.
Yeah, hand right on the hip. Can't do that.
So the Bears send the Rams into the bonus. And Hasselton makes her first. This is her fourth trip to the free throw line. Thompson working on Moreno, blows by her in the corner now for Bradbury. Out up top, Grossi goes inside. Grossi misses off the glass. Rebound by Faith Green. Grossi forces the turnover though. Feeds it underneath to Cleveland, who turns it over. Martin there to intercept the pass. She was looking for Grossi. As Gallagher steps up. Really? Really?
No, Luke. You can't just put your hand straight up and they'll call a foul. It's all right.
I mean, might I ask, is Mairead Gallagher just supposed to back off?
Apparently.
And not play defense? I mean, the contact was forced by the ball carrier. You know what? I'm not even going to.
It's not even getting into
it. It happened. No. Just for the record, I hate it. That was an over the back, too, so. Been a little bit questionable here as that ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams. So Grossi will take it up with Thompson. Thompson's just going to try to score right away. No, she's not. Passes it off to Gallagher. And Gallagher gets fouled.
Gallagher getting her get back right there. Oh, yeah, right on the arm. That was blatant as day.
So Mairead Gallagher with her first trip to the charity stripe this game. Got 4 points, make it 5. In her first season with the Bears after transferring over from Roger Williams. 19 of 33 from the stripe on the year. Make that 21 of 35 as the junior cashes them both in.
Right back to that full court pressure.
Grassi gets a huge screen set on her by Martin.
Good ball denial.
And Martin's called for a travel.
Okay, I can't agree with that one.
Did she move her feet?
She did not move her feet at all. You'll see it even here in the replay. No.
That's a crazy travel.
No,
call. That is
no
crazy.
way.
Wow. You can see her move her feet. That was after they had called it. She heard 2 feet. See, I'm unbiased. That was a horrible call. I mean, my goodness.
Another foul call, too.
Props to Abby Martin for not reacting. I don't know what to say at this point. Ariel Cleveland again.
6 of 10, shooting 60% from the field, or from beyond the arc, I should say. My goodness.
Why are you giving her space?
Coming into this game, she didn't have the best percentage as a three-point shooter.
You know, she'd rip a couple every now and then and make one of them, but this is a lights-out performance. As Bradbury's there with the rebound. This is like a Sydney Bradbury performance from 3 you're getting out of Ariel Cleveland.
Another one? Another one? Oh.
And Grassi's sent to the ground. Foul called here on Hasselton.
Cleveland wants another one. You can tell.
I mean, the way she's been shooting, can you blame her?
She's got 22 points.
Burchart will sub on. She'll replace Grassi. And there's a Ram down.
Oh, she can't even walk.
As Faith Green carries Abby Martin. I didn't see what happened.
Okay.
And wow, Abby Martin limps off. Props to Faith Green, who's running right over to her, picking her up, carrying her, as the Rams will call a full timeout. So you see Abby Martin. Oh, that's not good.
It looked like Gallagher came right, kind of unintentionally swept her underneath.
And you can see she's immediately in pain. It's that.
It's easy to tell what leg it was, but it's kind of hard to tell what it was. Was it a knee? Was it a calf? Something on the lower leg.
Yeah, I thought knee, but it's unfortunate.
You don't ever want to see that. No matter how good or bad somebody's performing, it's not something you want to see. And
Abby Martin's getting checked on right now at the trainer's table.
So we just got a word that it was her knee. So
just really unfortunate. We wish her the best, as they'll send in a substitution to replace her. It'll be Jacqueline Shields back out there for the Rams. Gallagher blocked by Shields.
Gallagher looked like she tried to switch hands last minute.
Gallagher tried to get her get back, unsuccessful, and Cerruti able to get that one to fall. Under 30 left to go. Burchart taking it up. Bradbury out up top to Cleveland. Ariel Cleveland, are you kidding me? 7 of 12 from beyond the arc on the game. 22 points, 12 rebounds. My goodness.
This is unbelievable.
Cleveland letting it fly.
What? Now, I really do wonder, what is the all-time most threes in a single game from a Bridgewater player?
9 threes is the record. Last time it was done, 2020, Nicole Boston with 9 threes. It's been done 3 times. Ariel Cleveland has 7 with 10 minutes of basketball left to play.
I don't know if we'll see her for the remainder of the game, but we know what she's going to try to aim for. She's going to try to aim for that record of at least 10 threes.
They're going to sub in Peachy here, and it's not time to start emptying the bench like we've seen the Bears do a couple times. That game against Fitchburg, if you weren't here, every single rostered Bear got into the game. Everyone. I'd love for that to happen here today. I'm still want to see Gardner get those first points that we were not able to see at Fitchburg. She got close. We're going to see it sometime before the end of the year.
And I'm looking at the stat sheet right now. Cleveland is the only Bear in double digits. The next highest one is Peachy with 8 points.
And the efficiency from Ariel Cleveland, 9 of 15 from the field, 7 of 12 from beyond the arc. It doesn't get much better than that.
She's shooting 60% from the field.
You can't ask for more than that. I mean, that is absurd.
And at 58% from three.
Gallagher thinks about the shot and loses the ball. Shells all over Rako, out to Hasselton. I'm again surprised Rako hasn't hit a three.
I think the Framingham's only hit 1 3 the entire game. Just a rough outing shooting-wise for the Rams.
It was Cerruti who did that. Shells will try to get one here. And the rough shooting continues.
She followed her shot.
And I believe they're going to get a foul here on Kylie Peachy. No. They called it on Jess Demores. The problem.
She's not on the floor.
Demores is on the bench. It was on Peachy.
So even when Demores is on the bench, she still gets called for the foul.
I mean, we've talked about so many times how she just gets called for, like, the calls against her are horrible sometimes. She's not even on the court and gets called for one. I feel bad. As a turnover here is forced by the Rams. Cerruti working in on Peachy. Goes out. Rako will try one.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Chloe Rako wasn't going to stay quiet from distance for long. And she'll make her first. Timeout's called. Justin Morris is going to sub in the game now.
They might have saw her coming on and called her for the foul.
I don't know. I think she just got there. I have no idea. I just saw her go over there. But that's a possibility. So we get a shot of the Framingham bench during this Bears timeout. 30-second called. 8:43 left to go. Here at the Tinsley Center, the Bears women's team will be back on Saturday, except they will not be playing an actual game. They'll be scrimmaging Massasoit Community College as the men play MCLA. I talked about this in the men's broadcast. The women's MCLA team folded, which is really terrible for them, but also all the other MASCAC women's teams, because that knocks 2 conference games off your schedule and affected a handful of the teams. I know the Bears specifically, Bridget Casey was not able to find an opponent to replace those 2 games. That's why they're playing this one against Massasoit, as that one will be Framingham ball. But there just wasn't an opportunity for them to find someone to fill that gap. As Grassi will sub on, she'll replace Burchard. So she'll join Thompson, Peachy, Demores, and Cleveland on the floor for the Bears. It's Hasselton, Rako, Shells, Cerruti, and Green for the Rams.
A double team right here.
Rako looking for some space, not going to get it. Hasselton has it, and she'll miss. Green with the rebound. Foul's called on Faith Green.
I think they'll get her with the push off there. We'll see here in a replay. It's a good shot from Hasselton, just unlucky bounce, and yeah, right there, right on the back with 2 arms.
Thompson will take it up now for the Bears. Gets it over to Grassi. Now Peachy. DeMoores. One-on-one with Green.
They're not giving Cleveland any space beyond the arc.
They'll give DeMoores some. She thought about it. Goes inside instead. Peachy almost loses it. Thompson with a long two. Rattles off the backboard. And finds Catherine Hasselton. They're sending DeMoores to the corner to cover Cerruti. Shells up top to Reiko, now to Hasselton. Cerruti unable to make it. As it has been a rough day, like you said, Zach, shooting from three for the Rams. And Grassi straight to the basket.
Shooting 2 of 11 from three. 16.7%.
2 of 12 now. It just updated after you said that. But comparatively, the Bears are 7 of 21. All 7 of those are, in fact, Ariel Cleveland. But the point still stands as that one goes out of bounds. DeMoores was sent to the ground.
So the poor shooting sim for the Bears obviously showing. Just likely that Ariel Cleveland is going off.
Yeah, she came in on a mission.
And I believe that's her 14th rebound. So a double-double as well.
That it is. 25 and 14 out of Ariel Cleveland. It's Cerruti right to the basket. Dare I say, NASCAC Player of the Week? New England Women's Basketball Team of the Week, perhaps? Wouldn't be shocked to see those posts go across the @BSU Bears Instagram page or the @BSU WBB Instagram page in the coming days.
Good two-man passing there from Grassi and Peachy. Peachy getting Grassi on a backdoor cut, making a tough layup. Oh my goodness.
Out of bounds, Bears ball. Burchart will replace Thompson, and Moreno will replace somebody. Reiko.
Oh, Hasselton lost it off her foot.
Ray Gallagher was a fan of that one. One of the most animated players on the Bears bench. Anytime the camera's over on the bench and she's not in the game, just hilarious. I love it.
I will say every play, every call that happens that involves her, there's always some sort of expression.
Every basket anybody makes, too. You just always look to the bench for number 15. That one's broken up, poked away. Cleveland, but it still ends up with Hasselton, who lobs one deep for Faith Green.
Good pass there from Hasselton, put it in a place where Peachy couldn't get it. And Green able to get that easily. Their leading scorer with, I believe, 12, right?
Correct. Just past Hasselton, who has 11. And Cleveland scoring in the paint this time. That's the Ariel Cleveland we know.
They just got a tech. Faith Green just got a tech for the flop.
They had a flop warning called on Ava McKeon. And now they'll get Green with a flop. Yeah, that was
100%. Cleveland unbothered as usual. So she's up to 27, probably about to get 28.
What a game from Ariel Cleveland. 27 points. 14 rebounds. I mean, that's absurd. Ooh.
And I jinxed it. Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, Ariel.
She has another shot, but look at what you just did.
I apologize.
Why'd you say anything?
Have
you not learned?
I really do apologize, Ariel Cleveland.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to you saying she's about to have 28 points.
I only thought she had one free throw.
That makes it even worse. Cleveland with the ball now. Maybe she'll get 30. And that one goes out of bounds. Rams ball. Last touched by either DeMoores or Peachy.
Oh, man. Whoops.
Moreno working on Burchart. And they're going to get Haley with a foul. That's her first. Second foul for the Bears this quarter.
Only 3 fouls all quarter for both teams, so good quarter.
This has been a lot different than prior quarter.
Whoa.
You did it again.
I did.
This time on, you didn't say it to anyone specific, but you just impacted the whole team. I guess Faith Green specifically, but.
Maybe I should just stop talking, even though it's my job.
That's Green's third foul on the game. Hasselton has 3 as well. Demores, Peachy also in that club. Grossi, the short 2. She'll miss that one. Faith Green approaching double-double territory. She's got 12 and 8. Moreno looking for a pass. Burchard tries to take a swipe at it. And the pass is broken up by Demores, keeping it in bounds, getting it to Grossi. Burchard all alone. And the Bears in transition, working quickly, score again.
Bears almost up by 20 now.
Shells blows by Burchard off the glass. And they'll answer right back. Burchard almost loses it out to Cleveland. 30 points on the game. Ariel Cleveland. 8 makes from deep. My goodness.
It's 2 more threes. 3.5 minutes. What can it be done?
The last time a player made 8 threes in a game was Sydney Bradbury last season. Joined the 1,000-point club last season as well. Of course, she's graduated, but her sister Sophie has transferred in from UMass Boston and taken on number 23. As Peachy with a good block, but Cerruti will try again. And are they? I'm going to get to Moores for a foul here.
Peachy with the initial play right there gets over eager, and then Demores gets a little too physical.
Is that what we're calling too physical these days?
You said it, not me.
I'll take credit for it.
Demores has 4.
Yeah, so that's foul trouble here for the Bears. Not that it
matters up to this point.
You know, I don't want to say it, but it probably doesn't. And I don't expect, they're not going to pull Demores. I don't see Peebles or Gallagher getting ready to come in, so I'd assume they'll just roll with these 5 as if Demores doesn't have 4. Oh, no. Ashley Johnson getting ready to sub in now for the Bears, the sophomore making her first appearance. The long ball for the Falcons. Cerruti with another.
Her and Reiko are the only 2 players on this team to make a 3. That's their 3rd 3 of the day.
Cerruti's got 2 of them. Reiko with 1. Reiko on the bench now. Capone's come into the game for the Rams. Great job by Peachy to keep that one in bounds. Burchard going inside. Passes off to Cleveland. Almost. Ariel Cleveland. Every time she puts the ball up, you think it's going in just because of how she's been playing today. As Moreno almost had the rebound, Peachy ends up with it. My goodness, unrelenting from Kylie Peachy, and Burchard's fouled.
I will say this, as a team who gets to the charity stripe pretty often in most of their games, this is their 7th and 8th free throws all game.
Yeah, not a lot. We had that Burchard trip very early in the game, then Gallagher, Grossi, and the technical foul free throws that they got out of Cleveland. So Johnson's getting ready to sub back in. Mairead Gallagher, or to sub in for the first time, Mairead Gallagher is getting ready to sub in. As Burchard will shoot another. And she'll miss it, rebounded by Shells.
Are they going to get Cleveland? Are you kidding me? She's just laughing it off. She can't believe it either. Let's see. Where's the foul there? Nope. No. No. Absolutely not.
So DeMoores and Burchart will head off. Ashley Johnson and Mairead Gallagher in the game now. That last foul, if you so dare call it that, is the third for Cleveland on the game and will send Shells to the line, being the Rams earn the bonus. But that, I mean...
I'm looking at Cleveland. She's just laughing. She can't believe it.
Was that a makeup call for the one they called on Burchart? Like, I don't know, because that was... If that's a foul, what does basketball become? It's almost the same as that one they called on Gallagher. Just hands straight up in the air, clean defense. And we're still not keeping the whistle around our neck. Bridget O'Sullivan Van Etten getting ready to sub in as well.
Pull it, Cleveland.
Ooh. Hard hit to the ground. Johnson in the corner from deep.
Airmail.
Right place, right time for Ashley Johnson, because I don't think Cleveland intended
to fall.
To lose the ball like that. Ashley Johnson just happened to be in the right spot. Grossi in the corner.
That's a bucket. That's a bucket.
She's been uncharacteristically quiet today. But Kylie Grossi still in double digits with 13 points. Not necessarily quiet, more overshadowed by the way Ariel Cleveland's been all game. McKeon with the ball now. Underneath Capone, spin move on Johnson. And that'll drop over to Gallagher. Foul is called. And that one is going to be on Bridget Capone.
That's her third.
Van Etten will sub in. She'll replace Grossi. Emily Quinn will sub in as well. She'll replace Peachy.
They're keeping Cleveland on right now. They want her. I don't know if she'll get it. She needs 2 threes in the span of a minute.
They're going to send in Erin Rice as well.
Nope, there it is.
And Cleveland will head to the bench with 30 points and 14 rebounds to go along with it. Kylie Grossi will finish a rebound shy of a double-double, as the Rams also make a substitution.
Just an unbelievable night from Cleveland. 30 points, 14 boards. Obviously came up short of tying the school record for threes.
Johnson off the glass with her first points of the game. The sophomore from Carver.
But no doubt in my mind, that's probably one of her best games ever.
Rice called for a foul here on Shells. And if you're the Bears coaching staff, you're getting, with 43 seconds left, to look at your potential future. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast, just how many players you're losing. Rice is one of them, but still, 4 of these players could potentially see themselves in the starting lineup next season.
I'll be honest, I thought Gallagher was a senior as well.
No, just in her junior year, so she's still got one more, and I'd feel comfortable guaranteeing she fills one of those spots in the starting lineup.
100%.
I'd say her and Thompson are probably most poised to, and then Van Etten, Quinn, Johnson, Bradbury, Azoff. Some combination will fill out the other 2. Gallagher, what a pass to find Johnson in the corner. And Ashley Johnson, talk about a shooter's bounce. I don't know if you can get any more lucky than that, but Ashley Johnson from the corner. She's got 5 points now. That one just went straight up and back down.
That looked like it was going to roll off. But this will most likely do it.
Yeah, let's see if Johnson dribbles it out or if the Bears tack on some extra. She'll go to...
Oh, they're going to call a travel with 1 second left.
Van Etten. 1.8 seconds left, and they'll call a travel.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So So that'll do it, 72-53. Bears get the win here, and it was Ariel Cleveland who led the way. 30 points, 14 boards, 8 of 15 from beyond the arc, 11 of 20 from the field. 6th time a Bears had 8 3-pointers in a game. Like we said, last one, Bradbury last year. Rossi finishes with 13 right behind her. Only 2 Bears in double digits. That'll do it for us here from the Tinsley Center and on BSN, brought to you by BTV. My name's Luke Mansfield.
My name is Zach Sylvia.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you sometime soon.